What's going on, everyone? So when people think of the number 13, they think of an unlucky number. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say the 13th number is a lucky number when it comes to the Lakers. The Lakers have 13 games left on the season and they need to win quite a bit if they're going to make the playoffs or even just the play-in, not the 9th or 10th seed. I'm pretty confident the Lakers are locked in to bare minimum the 9th or 10th seed. Now, if you look at the standings, Houston's on a 7-game winning streak, which drives me crazy that Houston can go on multiple 5 to 7 game win streaks this season, and the Lakers can't go on one. If you were ever going to do that, now would be the time. The Golden State Warriors are only half a game behind the Lakers, so you do have two teams kind of on the back burner that are trying to move to the front. But I do believe the Lakers will stay ahead of them. I do think, bare minimum, they finish the 9th seed. But 9th seed isn't good enough, right? Finishing 9th, I don't have a ton of confidence that the Lakers will rattle off 2 straight wins to get to the playoffs. Now, if they can get to the 8th or even the 7th seed, now we're talking. Now we're cooking, right? Well, Lakers right now are currently 3 games back of the Sacramento Kings for the 8th seed. Problem is that's really 4 games back because Sacramento has a tiebreaker. Phoenix Suns, we are 3.5 games back. Same thing with Dallas. Phoenix is the team that I think we have the best chance. Phoenix is the team that if we finish with same record, we currently leapfrog. And hopefully it stays that way, right? And then the Pelicans. My concern with the Pelicans is it's just so many games. Like, the Pelicans have a tough road ahead of them, and they're dealing with nagging injuries and stuff, and it's just like 5 games is a lot, right? So, in my opinion, I think the 5th or 6th seed, a little out of reach. I do, however, think that the 8th seed is definitely right there. One of these teams are going to drop if the Lakers do what they're supposed to do. If the Lakers manage to rattle off enough wins here, one of these teams are going to sink. Because out of these 4 teams, they all play each other, some multiple times, and somebody's got to win those games, right? So, very possible that one, if not 2 of these teams go and lose a significant amount of games the rest of the way. You know, something go 6-8 or 5-9 or whatever during their 14 or 13 game stretch. You got to remember, Lakers have played more games than most of these teams. But Lakers have gotten 4 days rest in between these 2 games against the Atlanta Hawks, as well as leading into this Philadelphia 76ers game. Now, I really did appreciate the way that the Lakers won the Atlanta game. I understand it's Atlanta. I understand, you don't get too excited for it. But to me, it was how the Lakers handled business against Atlanta, right? They shared the basketball. They had 39 assists. They took care of the basketball. Only 8 turnovers. Guys were giving up good shots for better shots. You had LeBron James and Anthony Davis really set the tone and establish the momentum, and everyone else followed suit. Both Anthony Davis as well as D'Angelo Russell have both talked about how they believe LeBron James is kind of ramping up. Like, he is getting ready and embracing that, hey, we're at the end of the season here, trying to make a push. Let's do this, and let's get into at least the 8th seed so that we have 2 chances to win 1 game. And look, I've talked about and thrown out the idea of like, hey, I think personally the Lakers need to, or LeBron specifically needs to kind of do what he did in the Atlanta game. Set the tone, be aggressive. Because this team feeds off of his energy. Luckily, got 3 days rest, which is good for this Lakers team. LeBron James specifically has been dealing with nagging injuries, ankle injury that he's dealt with the last few months. You look at Anthony Davis taking that elbow to the face, the eye, it was all swollen, blurred vision. He has a little time to rest that up. We're hopefully getting some guys to return sooner rather than later. Cam Reddish is expected to be available for this game, which we definitely could use. His size, his athleticism, his versatility, mainly his just defense and athleticism out on the perimeter. Somebody that can help grab rebounds, defend multiple positions. He's been solid in that regard for the Lakers, but it's just the beginning stages of starting to get pieces back. Getting Gabe Vincent back, who's supposed to return at some point this season in this month. Now, there's kind of conflicting reports, but if you look at the majority of them, they've all basically said the exact same thing, almost verbatim, which is that Gabe Vincent, he's starting to work and progress towards seeing the basketball court. The one kind of like, hey, he's out for the season type thing is just CBS Sports is the one, but nonetheless, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, Christian Wood would be nice as well, but I don't expect him anytime soon. Cam Reddish, we already got back Max Christie. Start getting your defensive pieces back. Start creating that defensive identity on top of the offensive side of things. Because, look, the Lakers' offense has been fine. It's not the offense that's an issue. It's the defense that has been a real problem. And so if we can get the defense to balance out with the offense rather than us being, a top 2 offensive team, it's the All-Star break, and a top 27 defensive team or bottom 27 defensive team, it's not going to cut it. You got to have that balance. I'm not saying that they have to be a top 3 defense team, but you got to be at least average out a little bit here. And put yourself in a position to hopefully rattle off some games. But starting to get pieces back would be huge for this Lakers team. It starts today, right? It starts with the Lakers beating the Philadelphia 76ers. No Joel Embiid, right? Now, is Philly still capable of winning the game? Of course. They still have some very talented players. Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, of course, magically healed. He drank from the Lakers matchup fountain, which just regrows limbs and solves and cures everything. But on a serious note, right? Like, time to lock down, time to focus, time to be serious. There's just no time to mess around here. Every game needs to be taken as a must-win Game 7 type game. You don't have an option otherwise. The Lakers don't have that luxury. The only way I see the Lakers getting to the 8th seed, maybe, and this is a big maybe, of potentially landing in the 6th seed, is if they finish with 47, 48 wins. That means that the Lakers have to win bare minimum 10 games. They got to go 10-3. Right? Which, can the Lakers do it? Absolutely. You look at the Lakers schedule, I mean, you can make an argument that they go 13-0. But then you think about it and you're like, wait, time out. We've seen how these Lakers have been all season. I wish I could come on here and be like, man, I have all the confidence. The Lakers handle business against the Sixers. The Lakers go, 10-3 during the stretch. They end up falling in, worst case scenario, the 7th or 8th seed. I wish I could say that with confidence. The problem is that I can't, if we're being honest, because they haven't been a team that consistently is putting it together game in and game out, night in and night out. It's always like, which Laker team is going to show up? Which Laker team are we going to see? Now, is Anthony Davis going to show up? Is D'Angelo Russell going to show up? Is Austin Reeves going to show up? Now, D'Lo and AD have been great for the most part, right? But they have had their moments throughout. Austin Reeves especially. I mean, he's been Mr. Inconsistent. Not Mr. Consistent. I'm talking about Mr. Inconsistent, which is not good. He's a guy that he'll have 2 or 3 games where he's excellent. And then he'll have 5 games where he's just rough. And so we need other guys to step up, not name LeBron James. right? It's great that we have LeBron. It's great that LeBron is having one of the most efficient seasons of his career. It's great that Anthony Davis is having one of the most efficient seasons of his career. It's great that D'Angelo Russell is literally having the best season of his career. And then you look and you go, oh, wait a minute. Lakers are currently the 9th seed. And if it wasn't for the play-in, the Lakers wouldn't even be a playoff team right now. Like, look, I've expressed this before. I'm not big on I'm never going to complain about more basketball, and especially playoff level basketball. But I just don't like if you're not good enough. The way I look at it is, if you're good enough to make the 8th seed, then you should be in the playoffs. If you're not, then you should be out. And I said the same thing last year, right? Like, if you're not a top 8 team, you've seen years. We've had years where a team is the 10th seed, but the games separated are like, they're like 8 games worse than the team that they overtake. It's like, come on. But the Lakers, I need to see them pick it up. We have again, I was going to say luxury, but it's not a luxury, right? But we have the fact that we can finish 9th and still be in the play. I don't want that. I don't trust this team to win 2 straight games. Can they? Absolutely. Undoubtedly, absolutely. But will they is the problem. That's where the concern lies. But look, like I said, 13, I'm going to say 13 is a lucky number for the Lakers. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Do you think, 13, it is a lucky number? We're going to go 10-3, bare minimum. We're going to end up squeezing in at least the 8th seed. Lakers going to be a business. Do you think no? Again, I need to see guys consistently show up, consistently play well, not name LeBron James. LeBron is going to do LeBron things, but we need other people to do their job as well. But anyway, again, love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. I enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.